Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Beyond the Case, which is a podcast where global leaders from Harvard Business School's OPM community join in a personal capacity and they share life principles, mental models, and real decisions that go behind building enduring companies. My guest
Yes.
today is Radu Dumitrescu. He is the founder and CEO of Stadio Hospitality Concepts. How are you, Radu?
Thank you for inviting me. I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm in my office now, in my home office now.
Great. So, Radu, do you want to tell us about what Stadio does and how you got started?
Yeah, of course, of course. We are a restaurant company, multi-brand restaurant company. So we own and operate restaurants, a la carte restaurants, fine dining restaurants, different brands. We have Mediterranean restaurants, Italian restaurants, steakhouse, fish restaurants, smart casual restaurants, and so on. So different concepts. That's why it's called different Stadio Hospitality Concepts, because there are different concepts, but with the same core. So the heart is the same. The idea is quite different, but as I said, the core is the same.
You often say that you're not passionate about food, but you're passionate about
Yes.
experience. And so, where did
Yes.
that philosophy come from? And was it learned or was that an instinct you had?
I don't know. I think if you ask me now on a rational level, I will tell you that it's learned. But now, because you said maybe it's coming from a different direction, maybe it's from there. I don't know. But I often say that I'm not passionate about food because I don't really love food. So I like food. The food is great, but I'm not going to a restaurant to eat because you can eat anywhere. You can eat at home. You can eat on a grocery store, or you can buy food from a grocery store. In a restaurant, I think you're going for the experience. You're not going just for the food. And that's why I'm saying every time that a restaurant, it's about experience. And I think there are four parts which are making the experience, all four of them, in the same 25 percentage, for example. One is the design. The second one, it's the product. So food and drinks, food and beverages. The third one is the price, and the fourth one is the service. So I think these all four things are making a great experience. If you can find a balance between these four, you will have a great experience in a restaurant.
Could you walk us through your life journey? How old were you when you started your first business? And what kind of a business was that?
I'm 100% entrepreneur. So I founded my first business when I was 18 years old, 18 and few months. I just had one job. I was a driver for 2 months or something like this also at 18 years old. After this, I founded my first company where I was selling promotional items, pens, I don't know, key rings, calendars, agendas, and so on. After this, step by step, I started to import in our country display systems like roll-up system, pop-up system. And because we needed then prints, large format prints for this system, in 2 or 3 years, I've added this division, if I can say it now. But then it was just a small part, and the business was very small, all the business. And I've added a large format printing part of this company with buying a large format printer. And in 5 years, we became the largest or the biggest Romanian company in large format printing. In 2011, I bought my first restaurant. Don't ask me why, because I don't know why. A real estate agent came to me and asked me if I want to buy a restaurant. I said yes. Don't ask me why. Okay. And it was at the beginning, it was a sports bar. I thought about this sports bar like a hard rock cafe, but on sports, with a lot of memorabilia, a lot of cups, a lot of t-shirts worn by celebrities, signed by celebrities, and so on. That's why the company is called Stadio, because the name of that restaurant, of the sport bar, was Stadio, which means stadium in Italian.
Oh,
And
nice.
Yeah. And step by step, the company grew. And now we have 10 restaurants, all of them a la carte. We are maybe the second, the third company in our country in terms of revenue and also in terms of number of units in this a la carte fine dining restaurants. And regarding the printing house, I sold the printing house in 2017. And I'm just in this business, in restaurant business.
When people meet you today, what do you want them to understand about how you think as a leader?
I think everything is based on culture, but cultures is not something you can touch. I think culture is built step by step with your behavior, with your daily behavior, with what you're doing day by day, not just when somebody's seeing you, even when you're alone at the home or even when you're alone in the restroom. I think it's very important to have this behavior aligned with the behavior you want to see in your peers. So I would like to the people to see in me that I'm very genuine and I'm very authentic and I'm doing what I'm saying.
When you think about your entrepreneurial journey since, when you were 18,
Mhm.
is there anything about entrepreneurship or starting a business that you think you would do differently today than what you did back then?
You know, then I didn't have any experience because I was very, very young. And if I'm thinking with what I know today, for of course, I will do it differently. But I think back then, I used to have this guts, So I was, okay, let's go and let's see how we will do it. Let's start it and we will find out how to do it. Now, when we are starting a business line or when we are starting a new restaurant, for example, we are thinking a lot of things before we are starting, which is a good thing. But sometimes maybe it's too much. So sometimes you need that fire in you to start it. And let's see how we will do it after we start it. Now because maybe it's also because of the age, but now I'm thinking about all the details. Of course, I will find out new details after I start it. But I'm trying to think about all the details before I start something, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not. But I think I'm looking for that guts and that I don't know powerful force which pushed me then back then. I don't have it anymore, I think.
Superb. Talk to me about your family. How many children do you have?
I have a daughter. She's 15 and a half. She's super smart. I don't know how, but she's super smart. I'm very proud of her. And she's very balanced because she's also a very nice person, a very good person with a very nice behavior. But she's also very good at school and at also the other extra activities. So she's doing debate, I don't know, other things like this. And I'm very proud of her. I'm also married with Andrea. I'm married for 22 years. This year it will be 22 years, our 22nd year. And we are together from 2000, so from 26 years.
How do you talk about business and what you do with your
I'm in a business which is like football or is like politics. Everybody knows everything about restaurants, you know. So if I'm asking somebody about restaurants, he will tell me or she will tell me, "Oh, of course, I know what." Or let me tell you how you should do it. Because of this, my daughter is exposed to this business, even though she's not coming to our restaurant. So we're not going out to our restaurants. We're going out to different restaurants every time. Sometimes we're going to ours as well, but it's Daddy's workplace there, somehow. And I'm not in a mood of restaurants when we are in our restaurants. We're talking about business, but I can't tell now that we are talking too often about business because I don't want to push her in in the business way. Maybe she will choose to do business. Maybe she will choose to do different things. I've asked her, I think 1 year ago or something like this, about this, and I asked her, what do you think about your future? How you see your future? Do you want to go in this direction? Do you want to go in a different direction? In the direction meaning business. And she said, yeah, looks nice, the business. I would like to go there, but I don't know yet. So I don't want to push her, but we're talking about business and we're talking about principles. We are talking about the business principles. We are talking about the authenticity. We're talking about the leadership. We're talking about why it's important to go and continuously learn, to go to schools, even though I'm 48, not 48, 47, but I will be shortly 48. And I'm still going to school because when she found out that I'll go to OPM, she asked me, yeah, you're 47, you're going to school? Said, yes, I'm going to school again because I'm somehow a lifelong learner. I think I'm a lifelong learner, and I think you also saw, because you and me, we've been the first ones which made all the cases before going to OPM, and that's why I did it.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And so, talk to me about how big is your team today?
We are 440 people, something like this. Yeah. So it's quite big. It's a medium-sized company, but it's quite a big one.
Managing a team that big must be chaotic. So, could you
Not
talk about
really, not really.
principles that you have which help you stay steady when you're doing that?
Yeah, it's not really chaotic because we have a structure. Most of our people came like waiters, for example, or like chefs, and now they are executive chefs or restaurant directors, or they are operational directors, or they are, I don't know, somewhere in management. So most of them are with us for many years, many years, 7, 8, 9 years. So we have a lot of principles. One of my favorite books is Principles, written by Ray Dalio. I'm sure that you know about it. And we have a lot of principles, and we're not just talking about rational principle or business principles. No, we're talking also about emotional and behavioral and attitude principles. I've seen a thing at a big restaurateur from United States called 51-49. So we are looking 51% at the emotional part, and meaning behaviors and attitudes. 49% about the rational part, meaning how you're doing your job. So in the technical part. And we are looking continuously at this principle. That's why we have a quite strong team, and our personal turnover is not aligned with our business, with the restaurant business. It's totally opposite. So we have a very low personal turnover because of this, because we are very careful with our people, and not just regarding the money and the revenue. No, we're talking about emotional things with the regarding, I don't know, families and positive things, negative things, and we are near them every time they need it. And one of our values is smile. Smile, not just this thing, but smile from.
What do you think entrepreneurship gets wrong about balance?
I don't think this balance exists in entrepreneurship. It's not like okay, I'm going 8 hours to work, and at 5 or 6 or 4 or something, I'm at home and I'm staying here. I think this is not an authentic thing. When we have things to do, maybe I will be out for 3 days, or I'm going out at 6 a.m. and I'm coming back at 11 p.m. and I don't see my wife and the daughter because they are sleeping. But these are parts. So these are just small parts of life. It's the same thing also with maybe I don't have anything to do, or maybe there are, I don't know, like now the Christmas and the New Year's Eve, and I stayed home. Maybe I've been out for a bit, but I stayed mostly home. So I think this work-life balance, it's going by itself somehow. If you are balanced and if you are okay with yourself, you will know when to balance it. I don't think you need to stay 5 hours there, 2 hours there, 3 hours and a half there, and so on regarding the things. I'm very careful about this timing regarding business, but I'm not very careful about this timing regarding personal life. I'm also not thinking that there are two terms, personal life and business life. No, no, it's just personal life. It's your life also in the office, it's your life also in the restaurant, and it's your life also at home. Now I'm at home, for example, and I'm in a meeting with you. No worries.
From what I understand, you also care very deeply about clean eating and staying healthy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when did that health shift from nice to have to a non-negotiable happen for you?
I think 5 years ago or something like this, I was quite fat. Not fat, but I was fattier than I am now. So I was, I think, 87, 88 kilos, which is not so because I'm 182, so it's not so much. But in the morning, I was looking at myself in the mirror and I said, oh my God, it's too much. So I have to do something. And I started to search about readings about eating and also gym things. I didn't know anything about gym. I didn't know anything. I never been to gym. I wasn't so good, very good at sports, at any sports in my life. I said, okay, let's see. And a friend of mine sent me a book, a trainer, a coach, I don't know how it's called, from Miami, I think, from US, wrote this book. I forgot his name now, Mike Matthews. And there I read the principles, and I understood. I think I read that book in 1 day and a half or something, 500 pages. So it was quite easy. And I loved it because I understood the principles. And I understood how it's with the food and from where the food is coming and how it's going in you and what is happening there with the fats, with the carbs. And now there are anywhere. And now we have Chat GPT, for example, and it's very easy to find out all these details. And from there, I started, and I started to lose weight. Now I'm quite fat as well. I'm not where I should be. So now I'm at 77. I should be at 73, but for sure in 1 month or something I'll be back. After Christmas it's difficult. And also I've been to a restaurant discovery trip in London and Paris a few days ago, and I think we visited 18 or something like this restaurants in 4 days, and I'm feeling, it's quite too much. So from there I started, and I continue to do this clean eating. I'm very careful with what I'm eating, but not every time. In the Christmas time, I was eating like crazy, unfortunately. And also in Harvard, when I came back from OPM, I was plus 6 kilos after 3 weeks.
I think that's true for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was amazing. Too much, but this is life.
Yeah. Talk to me about one habit that you have which you protect no matter how busy things get.
Oh, I'm I'm very careful about people in general, but mostly my people from my team, personal part. This habit, if I can say it's a habit, I'm being very careful about this. I'm asking them every time how they feel, how they feel in their life at home, how they are in their relationships with I don't know, parents, peers. It doesn't matter, parents, wives, spouses, or kids, or something. So I think now I can tell this is a habit because I started to do it I don't know, a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I think it became to be a habit. Maybe sometimes it's too much, maybe I'm too intrusive, but I'm sure because of these experiences is that I've helped them a lot, and that's why I'm doing. I'm feeling very good helping people, so that's why I'm doing it.
What inspired you to apply for the OPM program?
I have many here. So the cases which inspired me were not really in this order, but I think it was Kone, Rob Parson. I did it here the third time. wasn't the best delivered. First two sessions were delivered by Boris Groisberg, which is a great professor. I don't know if you know him, and it's a totally different case when he's delivered by him. Dr. Jones as well. So I've did a lot of things, but first because based on these cases, that's why I started with this, and also Beroy and also Equitable and Oxygen and Google Oxygen. I started to do a project in our company, which we called Project Clarity, with a motto like what got us here won't get us there, because now we are going to at a different stage, because now we're started to 400 and something, and now we're going to a different stage. We want to open a new business line, to buy some new restaurants, and so on. And we have 4 pillars, because I was inspired about the pillars from Equitable. That's why I told you about the cases, like culture, roles, processes, and teams. And now we are working in these projects, and we are looking again at the culture. We're doing a culture book. For example, we are doing a roles map. We're doing all the maps with interactions between roles, also the processes. Also, we have some now some structure for describing the roles, and the structure for describing also the processes. And also, we are thinking about teams. We are trying, but now we are in a process. We are trying to think about teams from a different angle, because we've learned this from Equitable case. And this is what we're doing now. So now we are doing this book, this project. I don't know how to say it, and it will be easier for us because during time we have a lot of processes, we have a lot of roles, we have a lot of things there. The culture is quite good, but it's not written somewhere very clear. That's why I called it Project Clarity, because it will be much easier in the. I don't want to say it will be much easier when we'll have it done to work. And why we're doing this? Because we want to have clarity in what we're doing and in processes, to communicate better between us, to be more transparent, to be best place to work in Horeca, so in the restaurants, and in the end to have a better experience for our guests. So I was very inspired to do this by OPM. That's why I did it, because I was very inspired from these cases. That's why I started with these cases.
How did you learn about OPM? What inspired you to apply to OPM?
To apply to OPM. Yeah, now I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm a YPR, and I have a forum mate, which is an alumni of OPM 64, 63, something like this. And also I know 2 more OPMers, and they told me about this, and that's why I can.
Could you share with us any book which has changed the way you think about life or business?
Yes, I have one which I mentioned before, Principles by Ray Dalio. Also in life and also in business, helped me a lot then. And some times ago, I read 2 books written by Jim Collins, Good to Great and Beyond Entrepreneurship BE 2.0. There are many also. I have a lot of books, but these 3 and maybe 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, these are some that I can think about. Okay, Dale Carnegie and so on. These books also, but this one, Principles, was very nice, and also Good to Great by Jim Collins shifted a bit my vision, like OPM as well. Also, OPM helped me to look from a different angle.
I only learned about Beyond Entrepreneurship recently. I think Reed Hastings mentioned that was the book which inspired him to either start Netflix or scale Netflix.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, yeah.
And
Did you read it?
I haven't. It's in my want to read list on Goodreads. But I've with this podcast going on, I don't think I've been able to pick up a book for a while, which I'm not too proud about.
No, it's a great one. It's a great one. It's a great one about culture, about values, about mission and vision, and so on. You will learn a lot of things from there. So I would recommend it with all my heart. If you're starting a new business, for example, I would recommend it with all my heart.
Certainly. You spoke about Principles by Ray Dalio as well. That's a beautiful book where he's done such a good job of documenting his life learnings across different aspects of his life, right? Are there any such principles that you think you have come across in your life which you would want to share with us?
I have this kind of principles. I didn't wrote them down. So I was thinking about it because after I read this book, I was thinking to write them down, but I didn't yet. I have a lot of principles. I have a lot of principles. I don't know what principle to tell you now because I didn't think about it that you will ask me this. But we have a lot of principles, and we are how to say we're driving in our lives and also in our professional lives and personal life. I am doing this based on a lot of principle. So, for example, what can I tell you? I also saw this in OPM. Excellent execution and I don't know how to mediocre strategy will always beat my mediocre execution and great strategy. For example, this is one of them. You know, so I have I have this kind of things. Maybe I will write them down.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. That's all I have for today.
Thank you.
And I think there's a lot of takeaways here. Congrats to you on all the success that you've seen.
Thank
I
you.
read
Thank
somewhere
you as
that you
well.
have a vision of 100 million euros in turnover by
Euros.
2030. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it will be earlier than this. I think to be
earlier.
serious. Let's see. Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
It's great.
Yeah.
So more power to you on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind.
I look forward to seeing you in Unit 2.
So see you in November. Yeah. See you.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.